Hey there, it's Rachel Mullins, the host of hashtag No Filter Fridays on Public House Media.
Hey, Choose to Rise fans, kjpmeyer here. I wanted to extend an invite to you to join me in my Healthy Living Accountability group, Together We Rise. It is there where we work on fitness, we work on nutrition, we work on positive mindsets, and supporting each other in the process of living a healthy, fulfilling life. In whatever season of life that you're in, everyone has the opportunity to live a healthier, more fulfilling life. So join me. Head me up at choosetoriseup@gmail.com or check out choosetoriseup.com to learn more about how you can be a part of this amazing group and feel fulfilled and healthy for life. It's not what you say to everyone else that determines your life. It's what you whisper to yourself that has the greatest power. Hello, welcome to Choose to Rise. I am so blessed and honored that you have chosen to push play today and be a part of this video if you're here live on the Facebook page or in this podcast if you are listening in there and you are a subscriber. Or maybe you just found us. Someone shared this episode with you or the Choose to Rise podcast as a whole with you, and I just appreciate you so very much. I want you to know how grateful I am that you can continue to come back and listen or that you found us here in the first place. A little bit about me. I'm a wife, a mom, a friend, a coach who loves sharing what's worked for me and how I've overcome a lot of things in my life. And I want to be able to share that with other people. I want to help people rise up out of their current situation and live their best life. And one of the ways that you can do that is really focusing in on what it is that you can actually control in life. There's so many things that happen that we have zero control over, that we literally have no responsibility for or no way of controlling in our life. But when we put all of our energy into those things, it can make us super frustrated. It can make us angry. It can make us upset. It can bring all kinds of negative energy to us. And, it's been my experience that life can be super complicated in the sense that there's just so many things that go into managing our day-to-day lives. And when we focus on all of those things that we truly have no control over, it really just decreases our joy. It decreases our happiness. It brings lots of negative energy into our life. And then that's what we start to focus on. And it just kind of snowballs into a spiral effect of all the things that, that are going wrong or the things. And then we start to manifest more of those things. So if you want more happiness in your life, if you want more joy, if you want more success, I would say that you need to kind of really change your focus, change your thoughts on what you really have control over, and really start to change the variables of your life that you're focusing on and start to master the things that you really do have control over. And the simple things that you have control over in your daily life would be some of the times the relationships, it would be your sleep, it would be the things that you have control over in personally. And, success and happiness are definitely tied together. It's not successful people that are happy, but it's happy people that are successful. And so if you can really focus in on the good things of your life, if you can focus on the things that you really do have control over, we make millions of little decisions in a day that make up our entire existence. But if we can focus on the positive things and not the negative things in life, we're going to have a lot more positive outcomes because we are focusing on the good things that are happening. So let's just talk about some of the things that you have control over. Okay. Let's just talk about some of our decisions too. So the more, I said we make millions of little decisions in the day and all the time, like whether we think about them or not. Some of them are just so innate in us that we just do them, right? Every single decision nets a positive, a negative, or a neutral experience. The more net positive decisions we make in our day, the fewer net negative ones we make, right? All good there. But the net positive decisions like brushing your teeth before bed, eating healthy meals, regularly going to the gym, pushing play on a workout at home, helping you feel good about one's taking one step closer to your goals, reading a positive book, connecting with positive people, like those kinds of things. Those net decisions are bringing good to your life. Net negative decisions, such as like filling up on food that doesn't make you feel good, skipping that nightly brushing routine, just sitting and doing a sedentary lifestyle, letting downer friends cramp your style, living that sedentary lifestyle, or just like focusing on all the news and the negative stuff that's going on in your life, doing things that do not make you feel good, empowered, or confident, is giving up the control that you have in your life, giving up your energy levels, sapping your motivation and clouding your focus. All of those things are bringing you into a negative space. So while healthier choices may seem harder, they are not always the harder thing to do. And it really pays off in a big way for you. You'll be super surprised by focusing on the 7 little things that I'm going to give you today that are going to help you have more positive decisions and fewer negative decisions in your life. And that you're going to feel empowered, you're going to feel positive, all those things are going to start to become second nature to you because you have control over them, and you can start using your time to master what you can control and start living your absolute best life, rising up out of your current situation to live your best life. The first thing that you have control over, and it's one thing that, often we don't really think about a whole lot, but it's really your breathing. I was thinking about too, like when I was kind of going through some research here, I've been thinking about like when I worked in the school system, like one of the things that we worked on with kids that had kind of like the anxiety or the, outburst of behavior was focus on your breath. Like, where can you bring kids to focus on that just kind of centers them in their whole, right? Breathing. When I had a student that was super anxious, I would often do the infinity loop with my finger on the middle of their back, and it just brings them to center. And I tell them to breathe in while I'm going one direction and out while I'm going the other way. Bringing them back to a center of breathing is the ultimate way to relax. It's a way to slow down the heart rate. It's a great way to take yourself from an unhappy experience into a positive experience. And when you focus on your breath, you can count 1 as you inhale and 2 as you exhale. And when you get to 10, start over, and you'll start to really feel more grounded immediately. And you can really feel like bringing the oxygen into your system is going to help your body function better, but it's also just releasing negative tension and bringing in positive energy into your body. Slowing down your breath, slowing down your mind, and really just focusing in on the good. The second one that you have control over, and this kind of speaks to the quote that I shared at the very beginning, your self-talk. This is probably the most important piece of here, but what the person that you're going to have the longest conversation with in your life is yourself. The thoughts that happen in your head directly impact your mindset, directly impact your decisions, directly impact how you respond to other people. And we all have that voice in our heads, that voice that can be super critical if we let it, and it can get in the way of our happiness and our success. But trying to count the times that you engage in negative talk each day really will probably surprise you how often it happens. It may be super surprising how often you criticize yourself. And if you can learn to recognize this Debbie Downer inner voice that you have and start to replace it with encouraging statements or surrounding yourself with positive people or affirmations around your house that you can just tune into more frequently, your attitude is going to change drastically when you start talking to yourself with compassion. You start talking to yourself with positivity. You start reminding yourself that you're good enough, that you are worthy, that you are loved, and that you are capable of doing so much more, and that you own your mistakes when you make them, but understand that you are getting better because of those mistakes, and that a mistake is really just a learning opportunity, and realizing and understanding that we all make mistakes, and we're all learning, and we're all growing, and we're all doing this life for the first time, right? And so making sure that you give yourself some grace. So your positive self-talk is definitely going to be the one thing that's going to help you grow the most and help you be your absolute best. The third thing I have for you is your gratitude. You have 1,000% control of your gratitude, and if you're practicing it daily. If you can practice being grateful on a daily basis, your happiness and productivity will increase. It is scientifically proven. Counting your blessings versus your burdens, focusing on the good versus the bad, having an investigation of gratitude in your life will help you be the most positive and socially accepted person out there. It's actually listed in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology that cultivating gratitude trains us to focus on hope. And hope, what I believe, hope is Jesus. And when you can have more Jesus in your life, you can have more hope in your life. But cultivating gratitude trains you to focus on hope. It helps you remain inspired. It gives you more of an optimistic view. And it lends us to courage and resilience instead of looking always at our setbacks and always being put in a corner in a sense, right? So making sure that you're focusing on gratitude. One exercise that was recommended to me when I was really, struggling in a relationship in my life. And the person said to me, a great friend of mine on my coaching team, she said, I want you to keep a affirmation journal about this person. Now, if you've ever watched the movie, I'm not gonna be able to think of it right now, but there's a movie out, a Christian movie, where the Love Dare is out of. I think it's Fireproof might be the movie, but the Love Dare is basically a journal that every day you write something that you love about the individual, your spouse, about your significant other, and then you really just form this appreciation. Well, this is kind of the same kind of concept around another person, another relationship in your life. I had a lot of resentment towards this person for how things have turned out in my life, and this friend of mine, this coach, said, I want you to write down every single day something you're grateful for about this person or in your relationship, or just a positive thing about them as a whole. And what it really did, it was shift my focus on always thinking about the bad things that happened in my life around this person, but really helped me focus on they're a good person who just made mistakes. And I can overcome that, and I can let go of that tension and that fear, which made me a happier person, which brought less negative energy into my life, and really made such a positive impact on everyone's situation that's involved. So you're practicing your gratitude and being grateful on a daily basis can definitely help you be a happier and healthier individual. The fourth one that you have control over is your body language. According to social psychologist Amy Cuddy, you can demonstrate power and confidence simply by changing the way you hold your body. For example, adopting a powerful stance, like your arms on your hips and feet planted wide, causing you to take up more space in the world, increases the testosterone in your body and decreases the stress hormone cortisol in your body. The result, that power pose makes you feel more confident, right? Thinking about this before you meet with a potential client, go into a job interview, or just even before you have to leave the house, thinking and feeling more confident in your day helps you show up in a better way. With your shoulders head back, your head up high, not necessarily looking down your nose, but just hold your chin up and know that you are capable and worthy. And just thinking those thoughts helps you become more positive and more amazing in your day. Number 5, your mental and physical fitness. Now, I don't know about you, but when I come up with my best ideas is when I'm working out, or I'm rested, or I am just sitting in the quiet, focusing on what God wants me to do. Exercising is a chance for me to just think about nothing in general. It helps me clear out the negative thoughts in my head and helps me reduce my stress level drastically. I was just on a leadership call prior to recording this, and she talked about reducing the stress. Stress is the main cause for 80 or 90% of doctor's visits. And stress is the number one thing that is causing so much of our health issues that we're having in life these days. And when you can reduce the stress by exercising, by being, getting into a situation where you're improving your diet, where you are, doing maybe yoga or some relaxation exercises, getting yourself moving on a regular basis, breathing, adequate sleep, all those things. She said that 79 to 90% of doctors' visits are included with our stress-related issues. Things like digestive issues, elevated blood pressure, difficulty sleeping, anxiety, impaired immunity, depression, weight loss, and more weight gain, and so many more other things. Humans are horrible at managing their chronic and long-term stress, and it's wreaking havoc in our bodies. And so if you can get a control of your mental and your physical fitness, you don't even have to go to a gym. Push play in a home workout. If you need something, let me know. But we all just ought to take 20 minutes out of our day to get up and move. Maybe it's taking laps around your living room during a TV show on the commercials. Maybe it's actually getting outside and taking a walk. Walking has literally been found to increase creativity. Getting in some movement will help your creativity get going, and your focus will improve. Giving your brain a workout is the easiest way for you to improve your heart and your mind. Whether you're playing Sudoku, you're doing a crossword puzzle, you're reading nonfiction books, your brain will feel the difference if you can get out the junk and put in the good. Just even 20 to 30 minutes has shown to increase your focus, of reduce stress, anxiety, and even dial down on your physical pain. Effectiveness of meditation-based stress reduction program in the treatment of anxiety disorders is huge. American Journal of Psychiatric can't even say the words, did a clinical use of mindful meditation for the self-regulation of chronic pain, and it was massively impacted. Like 80% or something like that was crazy amount of reducing pain and reducing those things, because the way your mind is focusing and what you're focused on, you create more of. So change what you focus on. Number 6, your diet. Even though it might taste great, even though it may be super convenient, even though it is always used in a celebratory way, or we've just been conditioned to stress eat away things, junk food is a net negative. It makes your brain and your body slow down and become sad. Consuming too much sugar has been linked to all kinds of medical conditions, not to mention mood swings and crashes that kill your productivity, plus all the processed foods that we have in this world that we have access to has an exorbitant amount of sodium and all the negative things that are impacting our body, and it causes lots of chronic diseases that are completely preventable, like hypertension and high blood pressure and diabetes and obesity and breast cancer and all of these things. So much of the things that we put in our body are having a negative impact on our life, whether it's in the immediate or the long term. And just simple fixes like keeping a bag of carrots or a bowl of fruit handy can help you pick healthier choices. And when we're depleted or we're hungry, reaching for the closest snack can really be as simple as having healthy snacks available to you. So get rid of the junk in your house and start improving the food that goes into your body. Your diet matters so much. The 7th one that you have control over, and some of you may not agree with this completely, but the 7th thing you have control over is your sleep. Sleep is critical for focus, concentration, and job and academic performance, keeping your appetite under control, and a host of other positive health outcomes. It really is your body's way of just flushing out all the stuff. It's when the doors are closed, when you close a business and the janitor comes in at night and cleans up after the people in the day, sweeps the floors, washes the bathrooms, whatever it might be. That's what happens in your body when you're sleeping. And when you don't get enough sleep, your body hasn't had the appropriate time to get rid of all the things that it needs to get rid of. And so it doesn't have all of the things it needs to get going in the day. And you just start the day feeling sluggish, and you start the day feeling tired and just not your best. But when you can let your brain rest and you can let your body rest and really get the sleep that your body needs, you'll be able to cut out a lot of other things that you use to stimulate your body in the day, and that you'll be able to function better as a whole with the whole thing. It's recommended that you get 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Some of you are going to be doing great if you can get 7 to 8 hours, but getting yourself to bed on time and getting up at a decent hour can definitely help you break a lot of bad habits and just help your body feel amazing. And you'll definitely start to feel better and start to sleep better when you move your body more and when you feel it with good things. And you'll just have more opportunities to just feel good all around when you do all of those things. So I hope today that you can take one of those 7 tips and you can start impacting your life with one of them, whether it's focusing on getting more sleep this week or making some swaps of things in your diet. Maybe it's just moving your body and being mentally focused, and with a good podcast like this one. Maybe you're going to work and be intentional about focusing on your body language this week, or figuring out what your gratitude journal is going to look like. You don't need anything super fancy. It can literally just be a notebook next to your bed. It can be a note on your phone where you just write down things that you're grateful for. But practicing it every single day is super important. Really being aware of your self-talk and how you're talking to yourself and how you're impacting and how it's impacting your response to other people. And then the last one was your breath. Are you really focusing in and being centered in who you are? I really hope that one of these things helps you today to live your best life, because that's what we're all about here at Choose to Rise. We want you to help you rise up out of your current situation and live your best life. All right, this one was a little bit longer. I hope that you still got something amazing out of it. And I hope to see you back here again this next week as we continue. And if you are on the live video with me. Most of December, my team is working, are going to get the time off because they deserve it, because Public House Media is amazing. The people that I get to work with, Bob, Baxter, Adrienne, like, they're awesome. And just the behind the scenes things of making sure that shows like Choose to Rise and all the other amazing shows on the Public House Media are put out every week. And so I'm going to try to lessen the load for them and give them a break here in December by doing a lot of pre-recorded shows. So I'll be pre-recording. I'll try to drop the video here on Choose to Rise, and the podcast will definitely be coming out all throughout the rest of December and into January. But it may not be, if you're watching the live video, it may not be a live video. So just so you know, be in touch watching for those. But thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you back here again next time. And as always, rise up out of your current self and live your best life. Have a great day, everyone.